As the cortege of hearses entered the high street, the tenor bell of St Bartholomew's Parish Church tolled. Some threw flowers, some clapped, and some wept. This is the way modern Britain now honours its war dead. An unceremonious ceremony, a very moving, informal and spontaneous gathering. Wootten Bassett, a small Wiltshire market town, has, since the coffins were first flown from the front into nearby RAF Lynham 2 years ago, become the unwitting focus of mourning for those who've died for their country.
I just had to come, really. It's just one of those things.
There's great distress here today, among young and old, veterans, school friends, servicemen. This, the second such farewell in 4 days. Most of the time, the crowd stood in silence. Perhaps it was that 3 of the 8 flag-draped coffins contained teenaged boy soldiers, or that 5 were from the same band of brothers. But Britain's bloodiest 24 hours in Afghanistan have focused minds, sending a frisson of panic through this country as to what this war is now costing. The head of the army said these men did not die in vain. Corporal Lee Scott, described by his squadron leader as the perfect soldier and by his wife as the most loving, kindest person you could ever meet. He had, she said, a permanent cheeky grin. Private John Brackpool had left the army but had volunteered to go back to Helmand. Laid back and likeable, said his commanding officer. His sister talked of her beautiful, brave, funny brother. Previously wounded in Iraq, Corporal Jonathan Horn was hailed as dependable and absolutely unflappable. Known as a cool head under fire, he was killed tending to other injured riflemen. Rifleman Daniel Simpson was an accomplished football player. His commander described him as scruffy, loud and confident, and fiercely loyal to his friends. Rifleman Joe Murphy died carrying Daniel Simpson to safety. He was marked out for greatness, his commanding officer said. He was known best for his infectious, cheeky smile. Rifleman William Aldridge died tending to his wounded company commander, who recalled his patience and kind words. His commanding officer said he stood tall in Sangin. On this, his first tour of duty, Rifleman James Backhouse was described as a natural soldier, rigorous, determined and thoughtful, who just got on with it, his commander said. Rifleman Daniel Hume was hailed as among the most promising of his generation in his regiment. He was the happiest he'd ever been in the army, his family said.